Welcome everyone to our fun interview with Debi Beard of Debi's DIY, both an amazing businesswoman with fabulous products and a personal friend of ours who
we love.
You've
our
probably
Debi.
heard us gush over her
Yes.
before. She's
Sometimes
as good as
we
it gets.
share hotel rooms when we're both at a conference, and it goes a lot of giggling
late into the night. It's the best.
But those kind of friends.
But also we get the opportunity to have deep, chewy, excellent thought-provoking conversation about who
Life.
God is and life and
the important things.
The important things, exactly. So welcome, Debi. And we are talking about the collaboration with Debi on her beautiful inlay. And for those who don't know, give us a brief explanation of what IOD Paint Inlays are, Sal.
So our IOD Paint Inlays are a we're going to do this in one take, so
you get what you get.
What you get. Proprietary product.
Yes.
It is basically where actual paint, the paint is proprietary, and it embeds into your painted project. So there are a couple of ways that you can do that. You can lay it directly into wet paint, or you can do a top coat and lay it into the top coat.
Yes.
So there's a couple ways to do it, but the beauty of it is when you remove that paper, you have an actual hand painted piece. It's organic. It's not synthetic. It's very
much like gouache paint, which is artisan. A super traditional paint type. And so it is active until it is sealed, which means there's all kinds of opportunity for reactivating it with water and moving that pigment around. Techniques. You can actually do a kind of I use the word scumble in a very, very loose way, or frottage. Not so much the materials, but the technique, like pouncing with a damp sponge, or to actually pull the hues from the paint to automatically have a tone. It's going to, what's the word? Harmony. It's going to harmonize with the imagery because you're pulling the paint pigments exactly from the actual paint.
Some of you have seen our Flow Blue projects. They're beautiful with that technique, just kind of gently pulling some of the paint to soften that look and give it a beautiful traditional Flow Blue effect. So lots of things you can do with the paint inlays. They're one of our favorite products. We brought them to market a couple years ago now, and we could not wait to collaborate with Debi on this product because we knew that she would bring so much to this product, and with her designs, and her personality and her aesthetic
and her heritage in this case.
Yes, we'll get into more about that. So Debi, tell us, what do you love about the paint inlays? What have you loved since playing with them?
I love how many different surfaces you can put them on. I've actually put them on the back of a sofa. We've put them on little metal tins, furniture. I want to actually put them above a doorway. So whenever you would think that you could hand paint something, you can do that.
Oh my goodness, that's going to look amazing.
Yes.
The doorway thing, you said that, and that totally, it reminded me of, I've seen images of, oh gosh, and I'm losing it, like Swedish, like really old, I want to say Swedish, but I could be mistaken on this, where there's tons of folk, European
or Dutch
folk, hand-painted imagery between beams, over doorways.
Kind of like a little trailing down over the door.
Yes. In fact, they used to have a thing. It used to be called the panel.
Something.
There was
for
a
the
specific type of panel
over the door.
For over the doors, and I can't remember the name. Dang it!
Isn't it like clutches? Or
I cannot remember. I will have to find it later.
We'll find out and we'll put it in the comments.
For that exact purpose. So
yes,
that is.
I have a whole Pinterest board of doorways and walls and like passageways that are in
that's so wonderful.
That is going to be beautiful.
I love it. And because you think about the way we do interiors and decor, and I don't think that there's enough incorporating hand painting and art into our walls and surfaces and homes the way many times especially in examples like that, they used to bring the color in. So I'm excited to see your rendition of that.
Me too. Tell us a little bit about coming into this collaboration, what you were excited about in terms of the design. What was there a design you already had in mind and you just couldn't wait to get to it, or did it take you some time after you knew you'd be collaborating to think through what you wanted to design?
I had a couple different concepts in mind, and I really loved this particular style. Again, I have a whole Pinterest board of this style and different applications, and I really wanted something that could be versatile, that you could just take a portion of the inlay for a small project, or use the whole thing in different ways in different parts of the furniture, where a lot of the inlays you have to line up and match, and it's a repeating pattern. And I wanted it to be more like with the transfers of the molds, I'm always using them off label. So create a design that could be used with a little bit of a twist to it, I guess.
Yes.
And for this benefit of our viewers, doing that is, I think, more approachable and more doable when you use the top coat technique, because you can layer that up and do it in different stages. So that'll be something that we'll be going deeper into in a future tutorial, but just as a side note on that, you can totally do that, mix and match and kind of rearrange more when you use the top coat technique.
By putting the top coat in between the layers, basically, is what Josie's talking about.
Okay.
Have the viewers seen the design yet? As we're talking about it,
I think that this interview is going to be played at different times. So at some points, yes, and at some points, no. Should we show them?
Should we?
I mean, there's never a bad
time. Are we
time
okay
to
show Natasha?
Stuff.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yay.
Where is it? We can grab it. We have one around here, I know, because we brought them into the office for this purpose. Okay. Oh.
There it is.
Okay, good. They will have it. Excellent. Vita Flora by Debi Beard. Okay, it's backwards. Isn't that beautiful? And let's open it up and get a close look on the pages. This is just color, just vibrant, beautiful color.
This is one of those designs that is going to be even more beautiful in application. When you guys get your hands on it, because it just has so many possibilities for creativity. You can use it like we were talking about, layers and character, and you can keep it bright and beautiful with the colors as they are, or you can distress, or you can wax over. There's just so many different things like that.
Look at that. Oh,
isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
There's two of these sheets facing each other.
That was another thing I wanted, was some really big elements for cabinet doors, or for furniture that were really substantial inside.
Yes,
exactly.
Like these would work for a ginormous armoire.
Yes.
But it's still usable for small decor, for anything as small decor, or even craft, if you wanted to use it for that. So you've done a wonderful job at keeping it very, very usable. And flexible.
I know. I just love it so much.
These are beautiful. I love the way they taper upwards. These would be fabulous. You were talking about doing the design over the door and then tapering down, taking pieces of this to taper downwards. Oh, that would be darling. Just darling.
I know.
Definitely.
It's gonna be good. You know, the other thing that I want to do with that inlay that most people may not think about, but I have Christmas boards, and there's a whole like merry and bright aesthetic for Christmas where you have that white background, and then you have those really intense colors, and it's kind of simplistic but also super bright. I think that could be just a beautiful thing to add to your Christmas decor.
A partridge in a pear tree.
Yes.
I agree. That would be beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I love that aesthetic for Christmas.
Me too.
And it just mixing the Mexican Spanish vibe in with the holiday and the Christmas is so festive. I love it. So cheerful.
Yes.
It is. Whenever you get like colors like these vibrant, saturated, and you were on the was it a video or a live where we were talking about the design process, and Debbie and I were like in the similar window, and I was like, what do you think about this color, which was a couple saturation levels lower than
it was brown, not yellow.
We had, and I love it because part of what makes creativity so beautiful is the differences that we bring to the table, and I tend towards
say that
less
about me. I'm pushing for different things.
I love it when Debbie and I disagree. But it wasn't disagreement. It was like, okay, it's a little brighter than my comfort zone.
Yeah.
But I can see it.
I can do it.
Isn't this gorgeous?
It's so beautiful.
Oh my gosh, Debbie. So let me do it. There we go. These, because there's two of these would be beautiful as your door. Like now I'm picturing everything over the door. I'm trying
a beautiful flag, and then you could place some of the birds in the middle, perhaps.
Yes, exactly. Because the way these taper, this would be gorgeous. And then another one on mirroring it. Beautiful.
Yes. Well, after all of that back and forth, and then I got my way, I'm like, oh shoot, maybe I should have listened to that.
No. And it's usually our gut instincts, our first instincts in response to something that is where we go. Playing it safe usually tones the awesomeness down.
Yeah. But I was nervous when you revealed it to all the IOD stockists. I'm like, well, it's very different than your usual aesthetic. You know,
but that's the point. That's the point of collaboration.
Are they gonna like it? Are they gonna like it?
If it were just the same as what Josie and I would do, then it takes away half the fun of doing the collaboration, because we love bringing in that art, the aesthetic of the artist. Doing that on purpose.
Those birds.
Everything being reversed throws me off, but
I know you have to go the opposite direction of what you
And there's 3 sets of birds in this. 3 sets. I asked for birds. I need some birds. Lots of them.
Sally and I are always talking about this because florals and birds are these are motifs and icons that are they transcend every style.
Yeah, historically
they're a part of everything that's beautiful, and you can't have too many of them.
No, you cannot.
And these,
lots of these. I was saying in the reveal video
versatile.
That these just lined up back to back could create a border over just a huge piece.
Yes,
I love borders too, and I love that you could make. You have so many options in creating borders with this.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Or at the top of a door panel and at the bottom of a door panel, those would really just complement each other well, the form. I love them. I want to use these on a black piece of furniture.
I did a little black piece already, and I have to say it looks amazing.
Oh, can you show it?
It's at my store and I'm at home.
Oh, darn. Okay. Well, you'll have to show it later.
Yeah.
And lastly,
we'll post it.
These corner embellishments. So beautiful.
No, right? They're so good. It just looks like, I just picture like an old chipping exterior with the plaster walls, I guess. And
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I picture too. And it's going to be so much fun to bring that out.
Now, for our people who don't know this, Debbie, talk a little bit about the specifics of what makes this dear to your heart and your inspiration.
Well, okay, there's a whole story. I don't know how much you want me to elaborate on, but I have two dads, one that raised me and another one that I met in my mid 40s. And I had looked for him and kind of just given up. And my mom didn't even have a photograph of him. And my family is blonde, blue-eyed, not really into the creative side of life. And so here I am, and I'm like, well, I have a whole family out there that, you know, they probably have dark hair and brown eyes, and maybe they're creative like me. And I was just kind of a loner. My family's great, but I was a loner, like, you know, like on Sundays when the family gets, what are we going to do? You know, let's go to do this. And I'd be like, let's make something. And everyone's like, what? So then I was having an event at my shop, and a woman was saying how she found her daughter that she had given up for adoption and had not seen her, and that her daughter found her through Facebook. And all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, Facebook, you can find people. And I had given up a long time ago trying to find my family. And I didn't really want it, like, I didn't want to open up that old wound and disappointment, but all day long, did you hear the story of Claire and how she found her daughter? And I'm like, yes, I heard it. And then I just felt like God was saying, you know, why don't you try looking on Facebook? So my mom helped me, and I ended up finding my dad. And when I met him, he's an artist, and he was telling me all about his artwork and how my entire family had a bunch of shops on Revolution in Tijuana, the curio shops with all the local artists, pottery and embroidery. And he was bragging to me about how in his early 20s, his family gave him one of the shops to be in charge of. And he started rounding up the local artisans and designing the embroidery for the shirts and the dresses. And he's like, and I outsold everybody. And so not only is it the art, but like, I have always loved having a shop and retail and merchandising. So it's like, oh, no wonder I'm this way, you know?
Don't you feel like that's a form of hostessing? Like it brings out your inner hostess, like when you are creating that environment for your customers to invite them in, to create an experience for them. I feel like it's a form of the gift of hostessing.
And you are so gifted. If you guys have never been to Debbie's shop, you have to go visit her shop. It is incredible. I mean, your merchandising is better than Anthropologie's merchandising.
It's so good. So I interrupted you. I want to finish, but help me remember. I want to get back to 2 points. That one, I love that your mom supported you in that endeavor. I love that.
Yeah.
And something else. Oh, that lets you have a YouTube video that unpacks that whole story. Let's make sure and include the link to that. So go on.
So I just wanted to honor my heritage and that side of my family. And I've always just had an affinity for, especially for embroidered things. And like I said, I have Pinterest boards of this style of folk art and how it can be applied. I love the pottery. I love the old tins that have the the florals on them and the bright colors. There's a movie with Selma Hayek. She, I forget who the actor was, but she's
adorable.
Yeah, she meets this American and they get married. And
in Las Vegas.
Yes. And he comes home from work and she's just painted everything bright colors. And he's like, whoa. It's
you.
That's my family. And I have a sister. We're just a year apart. And, it's like, it just is the missing piece of the puzzle. And I really wanted to honor that.
That is so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I love everything about it, Debbie.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for awesome. Sharing that. That is such a neat little picture into. We all have so many stories, about where we come from and who we are, and it's so fun to just dig into that a little bit. So
yeah,
thank you for sharing that.
And yet that also must have been all kinds of intrepidation and like that takes courage to set out to make that connection, not knowing exactly what it would look like. So brave girl.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. So do make sure and check out. We'll include the link so that you can hear her full story about that, because it's really cool. And for those of you who don't know, Debbie's an amazing storyteller. So
yes, it is one of her gifts as well. So Debbie, tell us, when are people going to be able to get a hold of this inlay, and talk a little bit about your reveal party? So
September 30th is the big reveal day. I'm right? Sometimes I get off on that.
Yes. you and us both.
I know. Hold on. Is that right? I'm pretty sure.
I have like a
that's right. That's right.
You just got coming up. It's like we're launching a new product too, and there's all of these dates. I told Ellie, I'm like, remind me that I have this call with you guys today. I'll ask Siri to remind me, and sometimes she doesn't.
So not Siri.
I know. So Ellie's
so not dependable.
Don't forget. September 30th is our launch party. It's at my store in Solana Beach. You two will be there. I'm so excited. Many of the DIY paint and the IOD retailers will be there.
We're so excited.
The inlays have already gone out to a lot of our wonderful retailers and stockists, and they are working on projects. So they will be revealing those projects on that day. And we're going to have an all-day craft party. We're getting out every single IOD mold and stamp and all the DIY paint. We're closing the store down for the day, and we will have swag bags full of supplies, and it will just be make and to your heart.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm one big DIY IOD party.
Yes. Yes.
It's going to be amazing.
It is. I'm so looking forward to it.
And will people who are not able to attend, will you be live streaming from the party? So everybody
bits and pieces, yes. And then we'll also be recording to make a video that will go up later on my YouTube channel.
Okay, fun. Wonderful. Yes. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us today, Debbie. This has been just a wonderful treat as usual. And we will see you at the end of the month.
Yay, I'm so excited. It's coming up.
Yep.
That work for you?
Yep.